Season 5 of Superior Angling TV is brought to you by Holden Insurance Agency and the rest of our fabulous sponsors.
Good morning and welcome to this episode of Superior Angling. It is early ice. We're sitting on about 3 to 4 inches of solid, safe, clear ice. We use a spud bar to get out here. Yes, it's dark, but when it's dark, you got to make sure that you practice safety. Wear a floating suit such as this striker suit, have a chisel, have ice picks, and get out here and enjoy some fun fishing. But kind of the whole premise of today is we are fishing with Hayes over here in the Brainerd Lakes area, and we are going after walleyes on relatively high pressured lakes. So we have to be very technical with our approach. We have to be out here in the dark, get stuff set up, and be quiet. There's a lot of clear water over here, clear ice, there's no snow on it. These walleyes are going to be very receptive to noise, to light. It's going to kind of be a stealth approach, but we really have to leverage that early morning, late evening bite. But yeah, that's just kind of the whole premise. There's a lot of fishing pressure over here as contrasted to like northern Minnesota, up around Ely, Grand Marais, north of Duluth. There's not as much pressure. Over here, there's a little bit more pressure, so we have to be more technical with our setups, you know, using 6-pound test line, with the minnows we use, kind of just, you have to have your ducks in a row to have success over here, and hopefully we're going to put some gorgeous fish on the ice. Stick with us, it's going to be a good one.
Hey guys, welcome to the Brainerd Lakes area. We're out here on the ice this morning. Just getting set up. I'm about to punch some holes, and I'm kind of going to run through the areas we're fishing today. So a lot of the areas we're fishing are, you know, main lake points. In this instance, there's weeds. These are areas I drove over with my boat this fall. It's side imaged, you know, certain patches of weed. So I got some waypoints spread in throughout here, and we're going to just drill on the existent, you know, patches of weeds, dropping down the Markham cameras to make sure, you know, we're close by them. The fish really seem to use these clumps in October and November, and then again, you know, on early ice, with it being so clear. And we've had a lot of good stable weather thus far this season, so I would expect today to be a pretty good day. We're going to throw some iFish Pros out, we're going to jig, and we'll see if we can put some on the ice. So this hole here should be about 13 feet, right up next to a clump. We're going to throw a tip up in this hole and drill some more to jig. All right, so we're going to throw an iFish Pro tip up out here. I'm looking for a bigger golden shiner. And so what I do is I'll actually take a sinker and a barrel swivel pretty close to the hook, not allowing that shiner to move a whole lot because they are a really active minnow. So I like to give them a short leash, if you will. We're going to go in here and dig one out. So I like to just take the hook point and scrape the scales away, allowing the hook to come through just the top of the skin there. And then so when that thing's in the water, it'll just move all around. Again, that short little leader. And we're going to get this set. This hole is right next to one of those clumps of weeds that we were able to graft this fall, and should be a good spot to catch a big old walleye.
All right, so along with iFish Pros, we are going to be jigging here. Yes, you want to rely on your iFish Pros as much as you can, but again, 2 lines in the winter per person, so you might as well jig as well. So what we're going to do is jig. We kind of have like a Lindy Flyer here, which is kind of one of those baits that are it's like an old standby in my tackle box, kind of like a slender spoon is. as well. And I have 8-pound test line with this Mojo ice rod. It's a 36-inch Mojo. 8-pound test line, a little cross-lock snap on it. But yeah, so just a Lindy Flyer, a minnow head. We're gonna drop this down and jig away on our Markham MX7 here. Windy and cold, but hey, hopefully it gets these walleyes, chewing. And yeah, they're just gonna come through in waves, and you just gotta be ready when they do. So, you know, a lot of fish out here traveling in small little packs, little wolf packs. They come up here, push a little bit shallower, and hunt out food, and you just got to sit there and be patient and really leverage that low light hours. Be ready when, you know, those fish do come through, because the bite's not gonna, it doesn't last long on clear bodies of water like this. So you're gonna have quite a couple hours of dead time throughout the day, but early morning, late evening, you got to be ready.
Grabbing a fish.
Oh yeah, dude. Nice, dude. Heck yeah. Decent little fish, huh?
Oh yeah. Nice one.
Money. Now that's just your, you know, your low end average Brainerd Lakes area fish, about a 14-incher. This is what a lot of people come out here for, but that one will be breakfast or dinner. We just had a tip up pop up. This is a shallow hole, like 12.5 feet. Just letting him eat it a little bit. Let him sink that rod tip. So yeah, he's chewing on it right now. On. Oh, good fish, boys. Good fish. Heck yeah. That's what we like to see right there. Right at the bottom of the ice. Nice walleye. Heck yeah. That is a beautiful 17, 18-inch Brainerd Lakes area walleye. Right at sunrise here. Gonna get him unhooked and get rebaited and back down there. Awesome. So again, guys, when you're setting these iFish Pros, setting any deadline, you want to keep that bait pretty high off bottom. I think I got this one right around 2 feet off bottom. Force those fish to come up and eat it. That's gonna be perfect right there. Get that iFish Pro set and get another one. Oh, I got one coming in here. Come on, come on. Got him. Beautiful, dude. Nice. Took a little bit of coaxing there, but got him to bite. Feels nice. Great average size out here in the Brainerd area. This feels like another nice walleye. There's my leader. Come on. Ooh, beauty. Come here. Yes. Awesome. Brainerd Lakes area gold. Just crushed that 1/8 ounce UV buckshot. That's a stunner of a walleye right there. We will take it. Awesome fish. Didn't take a whole lot of coaxing, came in and smoked it just like he should. We're gonna put him on the ice, get back down there. Sweet.
Got him. Nice. Stuck him. That's awesome. These things are coming alive as it starts to get light out here. There he is. Look at that, you can see him through the ice. Look at that walleye. Beauty. I love it. I love it. On and again, a bright colored Lindy Flyer. I love that bait. It's been one of my favorites throughout the past couple years, and it's putting, for me, the first walleye of the day on the ice. That's a beauty. That's a beauty. We might keep him, but the sun's starting to come up. These walleyes are getting active. I believe that's number 3 or 4 for us now this morning, and that's a very good sign, because I don't know, early season like this, these walleyes can do funny things, but it's always just reassuring to get a couple in the morning, and you know you're in store for a good evening bite as well. So Hayes has done his homework. He has this area kind of figured out. We're able to get out here in the dark, get some fresh holes punched, and get baits down and put fish like that in the ice. That's a good start. Got him. Attaboy.
Holy cow, dude.
Attaboy. You just dropped a little bit deeper. My last fish came a little bit deeper, and it's kind of funny. We put so much emphasis and stress on iFish Pros, and we're catching all our fish jigging right now. We got one nice one on an eye fish, but all our action is jigging. It just goes to show you, you never know on a day-to-day basis what's gonna work. He's way over here.
Oop, there he is.
It's a nice swallow.
Feels nice.
There he
Oh
is.
yeah.
Look at that fish. That's a
Yeah,
nice
dude.
walleye, man.
That is a heck of a little fish.
Are we
right
keeping
there.
this one? We're gonna have a walleye fry?
Yeah, we're having a walleye fry tonight.
These are all this
Oop.
nice, like 17, 18, 19, maybe 20-inch fish. I mean,
Cookie cutters.
perfect, perfect. But I don't know what it is. Our iFish pros up in the shallows right now are just not popping like we thought they would. But luckily, we're jigging a little bit deeper and catching these fish on jigs. So
Awesome.
you got to catch them one way or another. I bet at some point throughout the day, and it may even be this evening, our iFish pros are really gonna, be our top producing baits. But right now, it's all about like a Lindy flyer and jigging a little bit deeper water.
Beautiful fish. Let's get baited up and get back down there.
You put all that, you have such confidence in iFish pros, and you like, I could have, bet $100 that would be our top producing bait this morning. But it's all about jigging, especially in this deep. There's one right there. Got him. Especially in this deep water. It's just, I don't know what it is. It has something to do with the weather, the wind, the low pressure. We got clouds. It's just, there's something going on that these fish are not up in the super shallow water. They're out here in, 19, 20, 21, 22 feet of water when typically you'd think they'd be up shallow, but that just shows you, don't put all your eggs in one basket because you never know what the day is gonna bring. If we would have been jigging up there in shallow water, we wouldn't be catching any of these fish right now. We're gonna throw that one on the ice too, but we luckily, I think Caden hooked the first one out here a little bit deeper. I hooked one out here a little bit deeper, and now, we're all jigging out here in a little bit deeper water. But that just goes to show you, you gotta stay agile. Don't, you can come out here with too much confidence in what works exactly, and the fish will just throw you for a loop. It happens all the time. So, here we are during the peak morning hour, presuming the fish would be shallow, but they're out here a little bit deeper. So again, that's on a different colored Lindy flyer. I changed it up to a kind of a blue and chartreuse with the silver back. Bright colors though work good in this really clear water on overcast days. Not a bad fish.
Get tight here. That's the awesome part about this rod, man.
Cool.
Yep, there now. So we've kind of had a mix of fish in that depth range, anywhere from like 10, 11 out to 18. But yeah, that's another quality fish, probably like a 17.5, 18 incher. Just plucking away at them here. Now I wouldn't consider it quite the afternoon yet, but we are into the late morning period. I'd say it's around 11 o'clock now, but that's a good bonus fish. As we progress into the afternoon, I expect these fish to get a little bit more active up on the weed line here, but we got holes spread out everywhere. We're working a wide variety of depths right now, and it's seeming to pay off.
All right, so we were definitely in the midday lull. There's no sign of life up here right now, but that's to be expected. You really got to take advantage of your early morning and late evening hours. Our iFish pros are right here. We have a couple right over here to my right, and those are going to be shallow. Those are in near 10, 11, 12 foot depths. As we progress back this way, it drops off a good 10 feet. So we were jigging and catching those walleyes earlier. That's in 20 to 25 foot of water. So this underwater, it's kind of an underwater point, kind of look at it like a finger, and we just have iFish Pro stacked around the tip of the finger in shallower, and we're jigging off in a little bit deeper of water. So as we move back this way, you can kind of see our jigging rods back there. We actually set out one iFish Pro rod back there just for kind of the midday lull to see if a walleye will go in that little bit deeper water. But that's kind of the structure that we're looking for early season like this. You gotta fish shallow early season. Walleyes are in abundance in the shallows in, if you get ice in November, early December. So as you progress into January, February, your fish are gonna move to deeper structure and basins. But early season like this, November, December, you gotta fish shallow structure and take advantage of early morning and late evening bite windows.
Guys, we are back and we have a flag here. It's about 3:15. We've just been waiting patiently throughout the midday. We plucked off a few fish and here we are with our first flag of the evening bite. This fish has had it for a little while, so I'm gonna tighten down. That's the lovely part again about a rod like this that has super soft tip. They're not going to feel it. And actually, the nice thing about a bait feeder reel too is that little bit of resistance actually in some cases gets the fish to chew harder on the bait. Feels like a pretty, decent fish. There's the bobber stop. So if I'm correct, we have 9 feet to go. Right at the bottom of the ice now. Nice looking walleye right there. Oh, biggest one of the day. Come here. Come here. Oh, that is a beautiful 21, 22 inch Brainerd Lakes area walleye right there. And that's a way to kick off the afternoon bite. So we're gonna get this thing right back in the water. Biggest fish of the day. Rifle her home. Heck yeah, let's get another one.
Got him. Got him. That feels like a good one. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. Good head shakes. Good head shakes.
Thing just rocketed out of nowhere.
Yeah. He came up off bottom. He didn't hesitate at all.
Oh, nice fish, dude. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Heck yeah.
Good start to the evening.
For sure, dude.
Good start to the evening. It's a beautiful walleye. What's that? I mean, that's a chunky fish, hey.
19 probably.
19, 20. I might go 20. That's a chunky fish. Beautiful. Beauty walleye. Again, low light, early ice. It's magic. It's this is good fishing. This is really good fishing for a pretty busy lake.
I think we got 45 people out here.
Pretty busy lake, yeah.
There's 45 fish out.
Pretty busy lake. Release this one? What do you want to do?
I think that's a Christmas dinner right there, man.
All right, yeah. Christmas is coming up. We're out here catching walleyes. This one will stay topside, but yeah, again, you go through those three hours midday where there's just not much action, and you just wait for right now and take advantage of it, and there's good walleyes to be had. Fish. No way. You came out of nowhere. Come on, baby. That feels like a good one. That feels like a good one. He came in like 2 feet off bottom. I was jigging about close to 4 feet off bottom. That feels like a good fish. It is getting dark out here. And these walleyes have been a little bit more absent than we anticipated, but this has kind of been the theme of the day, is these walleyes just aren't doing exactly what we expect. But that keeps you on your toes. It's what's fun about it. Oh yeah, that's a nice walleye. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. That's a good walleye. Look at that fish there, guys. That is a chunky, chunky Brainerd Lakes area walleye. Man, a couple of groups around us have actually left because I think they anticipated that, or they weren't catching anything. We're sticking it out. It's getting dark. My hands are numb. This guy was hooked good. And that there is a gorgeous, gorgeous walleye, just chunky. The average size out here is remarkable. I mean, healthy, every fish, 17 to 21 inches. Just gorgeous fish. I love it. Let's get this girl back in the water and see what else tonight has to bring. But this is fun. All right, iFish Pro just popped. She's dark out here. Come on, baby. Right there.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Ooh, that's peel and drag, man. That fish is not happy. I think it's
Looks
down
like a good one, Grant.
Yeah, it's kind of down in the cabbage. But yeah, that feels like a good one.
Been a little bit of a lull here.
It's been a crazy, crazy day, man.
Weird bite windows. I mean,
super weird. Super weird bite windows.
oh my goodness, dude.
Is that a
That's
walleye?
Yeah, that's a giant.
She came up fast, man.
That was a giant. Wow.
That's a big walleye,
Huh?
guys.
Oh my gosh, careful, dude.
She ain't ready.
That's a 24, 25.
You know how fast it got up here? I thought it was gonna be like a 17-incher.
No, that's the biggest one of the day. Oh wow. Yep.
Pace. Oh, doggy, look at that fish. Look at this fish.
Dandy, dude.
Oh my goodness. Look at that Brainerd Lakes area walleye, man. That is a chunky 24 all day long. What a bite. How's she hooked? Barely.
Oh my goodness,
barely.
dude.
Like the hook is down her throat, but it was just barely hooked. We're gonna get this big girl back in the water. We don't want her fins to freeze.
Cold.
That's a special fish. There she
Nice.
goes. That is a special fish for a lake with literally houses and vacation homes all around it. Clear water, tons of people out here. Like what we experienced today is, that's a really good bite.
It's awesome, and we took advantage of the bite windows. You know, we were out here when no one else was, type of thing. Guys showed up in the morning, got off. We were still fishing, you know, and people showed up this afternoon, but we were here the whole time, had lines wet, and that's the most important thing to having success is, you know, keeping a bait in the water. But
yeah, just having your ducks in a row, having your gear fine-tuned, really leveraging the spot on the spot, which you definitely have here, and just being technical in your approach to land high-pressured walleyes, early ice on clear water. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.